Well, that was all calming and stuff. I think I'm ready for a nap.
Good. Now for perilous danger and adventure.
Ah,
yeah.
tonal shift.
So, everyone, welcome to Planeswalkers, the open legend game, which was a Fate game, but is now an open legend game.
Hey, Josh,
Yes,
are you recording?
I am. Is it?
Are you sure?
It is not streaming on YouTube.
I see my stream right there.
Yeah. It's not showing up as on something from as a subscription like it always does.
Oh, there it goes. It is running. We're good.
Mine was also slow to catch up, but it is running.
Okay.
And I have a backup running too.
Okay, there we go. It just took a little bit of time.
Awesome. So, everyone, first order of business. I have a little retcon I'm gonna do to how the one shot we did ended. Instead of walking away,
Okay.
the party snuck their way back into the portal to get back to Muraganda.
Capital W walking.
Yes.
Planeswalking.
Planeswalking.
Okay.
That's the only thing I wanted to state. So,
I mean, how that happened, I don't know. I'm a giant werewolf. There was a huge dragon, but
the huge dragon walked away. He is no longer here for right now.
I like the ominousness of that statement.
For right now.
Mm-hmm.
So, to get to the story, you emerge back into Muraganda from the portal. Portal itself is, though I didn't touch on it in the one shot, situated on the top of a large stone temple. It's about sunrise, I'd say. Which is odd because when you left, it was sunset in Kefli. Time moves differently on different planes. Fizzle, you were the one leading the group through all this.
Okay.
Where are you heading? The island is as you remembered it. A simple wood palisade around a series of expedition tents. Miners, researchers, milling about. They seem to have all been recovered from their impromptu nap the previous day.
Where's the nearest swamp?
The nearest what?
Swamp?
Probably on your way back towards the tomb, honestly.
I definitely led them through there.
All right.
I
And
would've-
Fizzle is fired from leading us.
I would have flown above the swamp. I am not flying through the swamp.
Teedrix has his pterodactyl.
Yep.
Oh, goody.
Akvis and Vidus are quite happy to wander through the swamp, all things considered.
yeah, Marcus is just whatever.
Oh, but that smell's gonna get in his fur and it's never coming out.
And
That's okay. We have somebody's probably got some ability to make telekinesis magic. We'll just keep dumping him in the lake over and over again.
I should also mention that the other character on our board here, Kethis, is not currently with you.
Which is a shame, because he really looks the most like a magic character.
Fizzle, where are you heading?
Oh, I don't know. Just somewhere.
The swamp has failed to shake these people. They seem intent on following you.
I mean, okay, well that's fine. You know, I don't know. Probably just go back to the tomb.
I assume, Tedrix, you're also following along?
I was gonna go back to the tomb no matter what, but yeah, sure, why not?
If there's a second swamp on the way, definitely do that.
No, there's not a second swamp on the way. You lead them through
I mean, a bog, a marshland. You know, I'm not picky.
You lead them through the mangrove, the prehistoric mangrove swamp of the coast, which gives way to forest. Eventually, to our new members of the group, a river valley comes into view. About 3 hours later, revealing an odd edifice. It almost looks like someone has carved the mountain itself into geometric shapes in order to highlight a cave.
Ooh.
Curious.
I will examine the stone for tool marks.
There are no tool marks, as far as you can see.
Did we ever determine if Vidus can fly?
I do not believe we did. Does he have
Can
the
my
skill-
dragon fly?
Does he have the ability, the feat that allows him to fly?
That's a very good question. I don't think he has any feat points, despite his character sheet saying he does. I have to look into that. I'll get back to you.
Well, if he has the feat that allows flight, then he flies.
I don't because he's a minion. I don't think he has any feat points to start with. So I think he doesn't. But
I believe companions come with feat points, but like half of the amount that you should have.
oh, cool. Okay, I'll get back to you on that one. He can probably fly, but
Okay.
Open Legend is not going to open.
That's an irony. So I'm going to assume, considering they can fly, that Fizzle and Tedrix are going to just fly inside as they always have.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
With no account to these other people who cannot fly.
Wait, are those in the picture full-sized trees?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, this is a much bigger. Okay, wow.
However, for the rest of you, there is a way to get inside. This edge here heads back along a pathway into the cave, and far back to a ledge and some form of stone wall, sealed away by a large, pot-bellied hedonism god of some form of pagan origin.
Josh, you cut out in your entirety.
I cut out in my entirety? Dang.
All I heard
So
was
you said
hedonism.
something about hedonism, god of pagan.
A hedonism
Which-
god of some form of pagan origin.
If there's no Christianity in the setting, isn't everything pagan?
Yeah, technically.
Descriptive word. You know those statues with the big pot-bellied gods.
Because I'm thinking Buddha.
It's a little like Buddha, but a little more tribal to it.
So when you say a pagan god, you mean a lesser known god, or more specific god?
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay. I'm still trying to figure out how this shit got carved.
It's interesting once you get inside the cave. There's mana running along what appears to be a set of stone-carved magic circuits into the stone itself.
Simply fascinating. Using the stone as both the conduit and the medium.
It should probably be noted that throughout all of this, Marcus is just quietly growling into himself.
Akvis is following along with Bidoo's curled over her shoulder, and her tail is kind of twitching behind her. But she hangs back by the wolf.
Fizzle and Diedrix are pretty deep down a hallway behind the statue. Fizzle, Diedrix, I need you to make a check for me, or a test, I guess would be called in this system.
Okay. What am I rolling?
Roll me perception from your mentals. Both of you. Cool.
How do I do that?
You click on the name on your character sheet, click on perception.
And then submit.
Yeah, you don't have any disadvantage or advantage and no numbers. Yep, there you go.
Okay.
The hairs on the back of your neck, Fizzle and Diedrix, start to prickle as you notice a very out-of-place, high-pitched hum ring through the circuits that Vane, the constructor of this tomb, put in place with his lethomancy. Slowly, you notice that the blue mana running through the circuits is turning purple.
Time to get out.
It's
Everybody out. Let's go.
Everyone else,
Okay.
what do?
Are we close enough to hear her?
Yes.
Okay. Turn and walk the fuck out.
Yeah, pretty much the same here.
As soon as I have the room for it, I'm summoning the pterodactyl again and flying out.
Well, you might not get that far. Just walking, you say?
I'm running, but
Diedrix runs. Diedrix is...
If they're running, then I'm running.
Always run faster than the guy whose shirt says Bomb Squad.
So, yes, as Fizzle turns and shouts for you all to get out and everyone begins to run, you notice large sparks of black mana shoot from the circuits as they turn a very unhealthy purple color.
Okay, what kind of unhealthy purple are we talking? Are we talking like blue and red mixed, or are we talking like black and blue mixed, or are we talking just completely fucking evil?
We're talking like a black and blue mixed.
Shiny.
And
I'm still running.
Suddenly stone begins to fling from the walls as cracks appear all throughout the ceiling of the cavern itself. A deep rumble rolls through this valley as you notice a crack just shoot along the ceiling right above your heads.
Can I attempt to take control of the conduit?
That's certainly something you could try.
All right. I'm gonna do it.
All right, you're going to need to roll me your energy extraordinary task.
All right.
You are aware that by doing this, there might be dire consequences. Like, in Jing's head, he knows this. If he doesn't pull this off, it might be bad.
Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Can I assist? Can I notice what he's trying to do and help?
Sure.
Cool.
So I've got a 4 in energy. Does that mean I just roll a 1d10?
You can actually just click on energy under extraordinary, and it will bring up a pop-up. You don't have any advantage or disadvantage to this roll.
All right. And I will gladly accept any help that's offered.
Help is offered.
So give yourself 1 advantage.
All right.
Am I rolling too, or just helping?
I believe that it's just I help, so I get +1 advantage for each person who helps me.
Okay.
Sorry, too bad, Captain Heroing myself out.
Well, that's good.
You feel that you've flood mana into the circuits, and you feel for a brief instance that you begin to purge the entropy magic that is flooding this lithomancy. However, rapidly, it proves obvious that the individual who set this in motion is of equal skill to you. And after a hard struggle, he overcomes.
Off of 36? Holy
Do you want to know what he rolled?
Yes. No, but yes.
42.
There is no better roll.
43.
Lies. Because 43 doesn't answer anything.
So,
I'm going to make no friends with this statement, but that book is not the beginning, middle, and end of all humor.
How dare you?
I'm a monster.
You are. It's okay.
So, the cavern begins to collapse around Acvis and Jing's feet. You feel the hallway literally collapse onto an angle, and you lose balance, toppling out towards the water of the cavern below. To those of you who ran, I'm going to need an agility test. It should keep Discord up.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Fizzle? Oof. So, the ceiling of the cavern collapses in on you all, plunging you into the water below.
It's fine, I needed a bath anyway.
Marcus, Tedrix, and Fizzle take 5 lethal damage. Acvis and Jing take 10.
How's Vidus doing?
Roll an agility roll for Vidius as well. He's smaller than you.
He is. Whether or not his agility is worth anything. Oh.
Vidus takes only 2 lethal damage.
Well, that's good, because 10 might have killed him.
So, is there anything immediately happening in terms of, like, the ceiling falling down into the water and trying to crush us, or anything like that?
Just the ceiling trying to crush you as the cavern collapses.
Oh.
So it's still trying to collapse. Okay. Then I suppose I'm swimming towards the exit.
Yep.
Teedrix, Emily, Ching.
What?
You're currently in the water. The cavern is collapsing around you.
Okay.
So do you just lay there and get crushed by rocks, or what are you going to do?
Oh, I'm seriously considering the crushing by rocks, but we'll put a pin in that for now and get out, I guess.
Swimming for the surface.
For the surface?
For the surface or out of the cavern?
Out.
Okay. Let's see here.
Josh, look at Discord.
I do. I see what you said. So, now that I've answered the Discord, let us go with... I think agility rolls for everyone trying to swim to safety.
Agility rolls?
Yep, agility.
Are you sure I can't substitute might for that?
Same. Fortitude. Anything other than agility?
Marcus, you don't manage to swim fast enough, and another rock collides with your ankle.
Hooray.
You feel the warm sensation of blood hit the water. Probably smell it too, considering your werewolfliness. But all of you manage to escape the cavern.
Yay. I start making a beeline for the shore.
As I assume probably everyone does.
Yeah.
Well, once I'm there on the shore, if nothing else happens immediately, I'm going to try to start healing myself.
You can do that, yes.
Do I just make it all the way back up to full, or would you like me to roll round by round?
Roll for it for me, please.
Alright, give me a second here.
Whatever it was. Oh.
Alright, so it is d6 around. So I'm back up to 9 whole hit points. Ha ha ha.
So healing in Open Legend removes lethal damage or heals missing health, right?
It can heal lethal damage, yes.
Okay. But one or the other, not both.
I believe one or the other, not both.
Cool.
It does specify that
What?
neither regeneration nor heal will heal any kind of lethal damage. They will only heal hit points.
It only heal hit points. Okay.
So how do we... Okay.
So there's a difference between lethal damage and your hit points.
Yes, there is.
What?
Okay, because lethal there is at 0. So
Lethal functions as like a persistent damage. Because normally after every fight you heal up your hit points to full in Open Legend. Lethal damage means that basically Lethal damage basically means that you enter the next fight with less hit points than you normally have.
So it's aggravated damage.
Yes.
Those are some aggressive rocks.
You hurt, okay?
Well, look at the size of them.
They hurt a lot.
Remember, guys, it's not the fall; it's the tongue stop at the end.
In this case, it was the rocks hitting my head.
And my angle.
Yeah, that too. We'll be fine. I'll be fine.
That does both at that though. So yeah.
So,
Is it dark down here?
no, it's still early morning.
Well,
You were on
we're
the
in a
shore.
cave, weren't we?
You swam out.
Okay.
Specifically, I believe your characters would be somewhere like here-ish in this picture. That does look like the nearest shore.
Yeah, pretty
Okay.
much.
So
All right.
you have a moment to gather yourselves. Ease your confusion.
Moment is in how many rounds of 6 seconds?
I'd say you have a good minute, I'd say. You're going to try and regenerate, aren't you?
Yep. I am back up to full.
Hey.
Does anybody else need healing? Mind you, it will not heal lethal, it'll only heal normal hit points.
Everybody was taking lethal.
Yeah, I know.
Hey
I'm
Josh,
just
my
checked.
agility roll, did I take any more damage as I was coming out?
No, you're good.
Okay.
Stakvis will kind of pull herself out onto the shore, and Vidus right behind her, or right in front of her, as the case may be, based on those agility rolls. Does anyone care to explain what's going on here?
Some kind of weird magic.
The tomb went boom.
Self-destructed using necrotic magic.
Not much is a given. I could feel it from
What
over
the
there.
nerd said.
What is the source of that magic? Do we know?
Someone powerful.
I'm guessing probably vampires.
Could I use my entropy skill to figure out what the source of the magic was?
Well, yes, you could.
May I?
You may.
Do I have advantage or disadvantage?
No advantage or disadvantage at this point. Oh, that's definitely good enough.
Cool. So
I'd
Agnes
love
will
to
kind of
try-
haul
try-
herself up to her feet and look towards the tomb and become enveloped in a kind of aura of gray haze.
You can clearly see where the ley line... Okay, so to describe what you see. The whole tomb had been placed on top of a blue and red... a convergence of two ley lines, a blue and a red. Red from the mountains, blue from the water running from the ocean. But you see a third line coming off. Small, obviously made by human hand, where someone basically short-circuited it and flooded it with their entropy magic. You can almost look down between your feet as it comes up out of the water on the shore and flows into the forest behind you.
I'm going to step like 5 feet off to the side off of this line.
You feel the energy in it waning as it, basically having served its purpose, the guy's no longer pouring mana into it.
Can I send a pulse of magic along that ley line? Or that line?
Sure, make me another entropy roll. To what angle are you trying to send this magic in?
To try and... I want to try and keep the line active so we can follow it. And I want to figure out if I can determine how long or how far my pulse of magic travels.
Okay. I'd say that's good enough. To everyone else, you watch as next to Akvis's feet, a single purple line of energy suddenly appears, visible to all of you now, and heads off into the forest. About some 15 feet. To now, thanks to her revealing it, a humanoid figure is outlined in purple. I would also state that Ametrine has been with you the whole time during this whole thing. She also seems to catch sight of something out in the forest and books it that direction.
So there's a humanoid silhouette like 15 feet into the forest.
Yes.
And Ametrine just took off running.
And as soon as she does, so does that outlined figure.
Well, there goes my plan to just burn down the forest.
What are we waiting for?
Yeah, Marcus is gonna look at that and just go bum rushing it.
Akvis is going to follow, and Vidus is galloping along on all fours because he cannot actually fly yet. Sad face.
It only takes 3 feet points, and you got 6.
Vidus
No,
has
he
none.
doesn't.
Vidus is a tier 1 companion and does not get feat points until tier 2.
Ah.
Sadly.
I'm gonna go eat dinner and stay the fuck back because I've got 2 HP.
You know, I offered you a chance to heal.
It's all
You
lethal.
can't heal lethal damage.
True.
I will be back shortly.
No, I'm
Okay.
just gonna hang out under this tree. I figure that's her weird hunting thing. I don't. It's not.
Now, out of character, I want to know: is this the way of getting Ametrine out of the party? Should we legitimately chase after her, or is it just the kind of thing of like, no, wait, don't go? I mean, in character, Teedrix will maybe go after her. I don't know. I'm still trying to figure that out.
I'm gonna AFK as well.
Okay. To answer your question, Jimmy, there's a plan for Ametrine, but no,
Okay.
it will not impact if you. It will not be impacted if you chase after this guy. Like, you're not going to DRL anything regarding Ametrine.
But Fizzle isn't going in there either. Is that what I'm getting? It was just the new people that did?
Yeah, that seems to be it. Yeah.
That's what it sounded like.
Except for a badly injured Jing.
Oh yeah, the nerd staying.
So many cons of staying or going.
To be fair, it's potentially sketchy that the newcomer was channeling black magic or black mana and then turned around and there was something made of black mana or outlined in black mana standing there. So who knows?
Oh, well, she already, Teedrick's already distrusts you anyway.
It's probably a good idea. I don't know what I did, but I mean, the
You're a
skeleton didn't give it away.
You're
Yeah.
a necromancer.
A good one.
There are no good necromancers.
A well-oriented one.
Refer to my previous statement.
Means to an end. Means to an end. But yes, I fully accept that I am not trustworthy in the slightest.
You know, I think what Teedrick is going to do is he's going to follow them above the forest to keep an eye on them. He's not joining them, he's keeping an eye on them to see, are they working with this thing? Are they just causing more issues? Did they really just blow up our base?
So I hear Teedrick's going, Marcus going, Acvis going.
Yep.
Okay.
This is going to end entertainingly.
So how does one heal lethal damage?
Time.
Okay.
Rest.
Yay, I see a new map.
Yay.
Yep. So, as you watch the people pursue this individual through the forest, Teedrick, you eventually realize that they have chased this man into a large trench. To describe this, like, the forest is primordial and verdant.
Mm-hmm.
This man runs into a trench where it seems like something has just killed everything in a big, long, straight line. Just right through the middle of the forest.
Oh god, is that ooze thing back?
It what? Not that's the point. Teedrick knows that this was the byproduct of the ooze monster you killed in before. Its remains are still sealed in the vault underneath the cavern. This looks to be an older trench.
Okay.
I need to remember how to do initiative in Open Legend. Hold on one moment. Initiative is based off agility, so everyone make me another agility roll.
Do you want us to just use the initiative roll in our character sheets?
Yes. So, looks like it's going to be Marcus, forgot how to add people to the turn order.
Right click on token.
Vitus. Tedrix. Acvis. And then the mysterious dark armored figure. All right, so Marcus, what's your turn?
Yay. Let's see here. I'm assuming each of these squares is 5 feet.
Yes.
Well, being that I am, reasonably familiar with nature, got nature's ally and all that crap, do I recognize roughly how old this track is? AKA, am I in immediate danger for being in this track?
No. It seems months old at this point.
Okay. Then I will gladly use it and run for all I'm worth to try to catch up to this guy. 4, 5, and 6 in straight line. Since pretty much everything I've got is melee, I'm gonna call it there.
All right. The little bone dragon is next up.
The little bone dragon does not have a breath weapon, does he? No, I don't think so.
We're just having him roll entropy and say that it was that.
Okay, we can do that. The little bone dragon is also going to run for all that he's worth, which puts him level. And I am not in range of a breath weapon there, probably.
No, he'd be
So
within
instead
range.
of
Like, what's his
Okay.
attribute? Or what's the number on his attribute?
It's entropy 3.
3, I believe, gives him a range of 25 feet.
Okay, that's good to know. So how does the combat roll work? Just the same as before?
Yep, just roll the dice. The armored man deflects the the breath weapon with his gauntlet.
Voodoo's kind of squeaks sadly and clatters his bones.
Tedrix, your turn. Jimmy.
Sorry, I didn't realize I had my mic muted.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
So, with me being on the flying mount, is my move increased or is it just
It's still the same.
normal? Okay. So, whoops.
But yes, you did in fact clearly see the dragon attempt to attack this man.
I'm still gonna be above the tree line. I'm just keeping an eye and seeing if there's anything I can do. Maybe in my next turn.
Not a problem. Actus.
More running. All of the running. And that should put me in range for my long shot Soul Siphon.
I believe so, but
It's an entropy roll.
oh, I shouldn't have had Vitus able to attack. Sorry.
It's okay. It didn't do anything anyhow.
It's a D&D round things where you have one move action and a minor action, or you can sacrifice them both just to make a focused full round action sort of deal.
Okay. So I can either move or attack, not both?
You can move and attack, but to move your full 60 that you just moved, everyone has a speed of 30. So to move 60 like you did, takes both actions.
Hang on. Each square is 5 feet, right?
Yes.
And my move speed is 30. And I moved 30 feet.
Yeah, we only moved 6 squares.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Okay, so yeah, my bad.
I actually
Okay.
didn't know you could double move, or else I'd be right next to him already.
Same. But that's okay. I'm going to smack him with entropy in the back of the skull.
Roll it.
With my Soul Siphon. Fatigue 2.
Okay.
Is that my D20 that rolled a 2 and then my second D6 exploded like hell?
That is in fact what it looks like.
Jesus. Anyhow.
So yes, you activate your Soul Siphon. Give me an idea what this looks like.
A gaseous tentacle or tendril of black mana reaching out to kind of wrap around his neck from the side. Slipping. He's wearing a cloak, right?
Yes, he has a... Actually, I can bring up a larger picture, probably.
Like wearing a hood on his cloak or something.
That's what he looks like.
Yeah, slipping under the hood of his cloak to gently caress his face.
Oh, essential.
Oh, and siphon his soul while it's at it.
Oh, of course.
Of course.
Sorry, I'm just looking up fatigue real quick.
All good. I'm trying to figure out if I'm supposed to have dealt damage with that.
No, it doesn't deal damage. It just
I think
inflicts...
it's just the fatigue.
Yeah, it just inflicts the boon. Or the bane, sorry.
Yeah, and I can't use my Bane focus, right? Because it's not a damaging attack roll.
Indeed.
Okay.
All right. That puts a damper on what I wanted to do.
Yay.
Heart.
So, his turn next. He is, even with the soul siphon going off, he is still booking it. But you do see the obvious signs of fatigue. He is, well, not so much toughing, but stumbling a bit, and he has slowed down. He turns, gestures with his finger, and you see a flare of necromantic magic blow off his hands.
Fun.
As another creature dives from the underbrush.
I'm back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I'm sorry that you. I just barely read the thing. I'm sorry that your critical success didn't succeed.
No, it's worth it.
So he joins initiative.
I mean, I'm gonna stay way the hell back from this, but I guess I'm technically there.
Oh, you would like me to add this?
Huh?
Caduce is ready.
Why are there two Marcuses?
Wait, there's two of me?
Got two Pogs.
Hmm. So I do. So I do. Yay, I can be over here and over there.
Magic.
Oh my, Jing just took the turn order.
Well, damn.
Where's Jing's token?
I have no idea.
Nor do I.
Someone else preparing to go, you can go ahead and go first. I don't mind.
I think it actually works pretty well that we're at the top of the turn order right now.
So yes, with a rattle of bones and an unusual smell of sulfur, an armored figure stands up out of the underbrush nearby.
I have a mechanics question.
Yes.
Could I use an entropy roll to just dismantle it? Or do I have to run through its hit points?
Technically, that would just be counted as an attack, wouldn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, then it would be the same thing as running through its hit points.
Fair.
So, Marcus is up.
Yay. Now that he's within reasonable range, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and I'm gonna go to 6 and stand right next to him. And I'm gonna be all scary.
A moment.
Okay.
So as you cross right here, an arrow trailing a golden, like the golden trail of light falling after it, flies out of the brush. There's like a twang sound, but at the same time, it's also accompanied with with an almost magical sound, like breaking glass.
Oh joy.
No one cold is here?
So, what's your defense, Marcus?
My guard, which was probably appropriate, is 19.
All right. It hits with a 21.
All right. How many hit points do I lose?
3.
All right. I barely feel that.
Who are the 2 people nearest to that point? As 2 more arrows fly out of that bush.
Akvis's guard is 15, Vidus's is 12.
So minus 21 from those, and that's how much hit point damage you take.
Hang on, I need my calculator. That's 6 on Akvis, dropping her to 8. And 9 on Vidus, dropping him to 3.
So, now we resume Marcus's turn as intended.
Yay. So, Marcus is not happy about the fact that there was a trap there, and he is going to proceed to attempt to cause this person serious harm. He is going to use his persistent damage bleed boon. Or, pardon me, bang. There, where is it? It's under persistent damage. And he has power level 4, so it's going to do 1d6 around if it hits. Heck. It probably doesn't hit. And because of that, Marcus is going to get really pissed off and he's going to go into a rage.
Does that take an action to go into the battle trance?
Free action.
It's a free action?
Yep.
Alright. So. But no, as he attempts to bleed him with his claws, the armor proves too thick. Oh, the turn order did not automatically update. So, Jing, your turn.
Okay, let's see what I can do here. The guy in the bushes to the north, you say he was the one that was made of bones?
Bones, armor,
Yes.
and the smell of sulfur.
Alright.
Except it's an unusual armor. It doesn't look like it's made of metal.
Can I try to learning him in a submission?
No, you may not lecture him into submission.
No, I mean, can I roll learning to figure out kind of like what he is?
Oh, sure, you could do that.
I'm gonna do that then. I don't suppose, well, better anyway.
You do, in fact, know what these are. They are a form of skeletal construct made with necromancy and basically loose bones, whatever's available. Like, most skeletons are raised out of, like, a specific set of bones, like a full skeleton. This can just be whatever you have available. This one in particular is made of dinosaur bones. It's also clad in a solidified shadow magic. Literally, its armor is made of shadow stuff.
Right?
Yeah.
I will inform the party that we are fighting a skeletal crazy quilt, and its armor is made of shadows.
Would Akvis have been close enough and have enough knowledge in necromancy to recognize this?
Potentially.
Okay.
But yes, Jing, also you know that it's called a Dreadguard.
Dreadguard. Cool. Okay.
That's one of the actions of the round. You have move available.
Oh. I don't feel like going anywhere.
Okay.
I can't get any further away, and getting closer is dumb, so.
Jimmy, Tedrix, you're up.
Okay. Say if I wanted to hit him with a lightning bolt, how close would I have to be?
You have energy, correct?
Yes, I do.
What rank is your energy?
I believe it is at 4.
Hang on, let me look up.
It is at 4.
Is it 4 or 5 that you get 50-foot range? I do love that I can just look this up on my phone. Four to 6 at an attribute score of 4 to 6, you have a range of 50 feet.
So I can technically hit him here.
Yes.
No, why not? I'll try. So I just roll energy.
Yep, just roll energy. That will be against his guard. And I just realized I was looking at Marcus's sheet because this guy's name also begins with an M.
Yeah, you shouldn't do that.
Okay. As you swing, or as you launch your lightning bolt down at him, he again lifts his guards, like in that one movie with that one Darth something character, and seems to literally just backhand the lightning bolt away.
Come on, bitch.
That brings it to
Hang on.
the Dreadguard's turn.
I have a question.
I have an answer, potentially.
Wasn't Voodoo supposed to get an initiative slot?
He does have one.
Wasn't Voodoo supposed to go at 19?
He was.
Okay.
Sorry, I don't know.
No, you're good. I'm just hoping he can save my ass.
Okay. So yes, Vitus goes.
And he's going to breath weapon or breathe on the Dreadguard. This guy.
Go for it.
I can handle that.
The Dreadguard's guard is only 13, so yes, that hits.
Yeah.
That hits by a lot. I think by like 9.
9.
Yeah,
Okay, yes.
9.
What did we say that
The
Vitus'
spark-
breath weapon looks like?
The shimmering black purple cloud of
It engulfs
what looks like liquid shadow.
It engulfs the Dreadguard as the Dreadguard was just about to begin its charge, and blows it backwards, its armor dissolving back into shadow, and the bones flying apart everywhere.
Oh, that's good. And Vidus is going to then take a step backwards and diagonally behind Akvis.
Okay, and the Tread Guard is out of initiative. So yes, it would be Akvis's turn.
Can I check to see if that trap is still active?
Certainly, roll your perception. You do not see anything remaining within that tree where the arrows were shot from.
Okay. I'm going to can I I know that was an action. Can I use a healing potion or something?
Sure.
Okay, I would like to use a healing potion.
All right.
How do I go about using a healing potion?
I remember it gave a specific level of heal, and you just roll the dice and see how much you heal.
Okay. Let me see if I can find it.
I think it was 3 for a lesser healing potion. Bigger ones have
It's a
5.
potion. Yeah, it's a potion of minor healing.
So 3d6.
Exploding? Just 3d6 or did they explode?
I think all dice in this game can explode, so... Ashi, correct me if I'm wrong. They can all explode?
As far as I'm aware.
Okay. 10 hit points to you. Akvis
Alright.
glugs down a bottle of red fluid, and her wounds seem to mend and heal.
I only get 6 from it, but that's okay.
Why is it red?
Lethal damage. Doesn't help.
This is based on magic, so shouldn't it be like green or white?
That's a good point. Yes, it's a golden milky substance.
It burns.
She dyed it red to match the necromancer theme.
All right.
It's very shadow.
It's my mood board, thanks.
And we now move to the armored assailant. Who takes his move action. Ashi, you get an attack of opportunity against him.
Oh, hell yes. Come on, roll. I have advantage 1. Submit. Yes, advantage. Come on, that was crap. But 16.
Okay.
Straight damage, just trying to hit him.
His guard is a 17.
So nothing. Yay.
So yes, your armor or your claws rip sparks off of his armor as he flees, still hobbling and exhausted. Right to here. Hey Marcus, make me a perception check for me.
Alrighty. You. Where'd be my perception? My perception is there.
Oof. No, you do not notice what actually goes down. All you notice is that he seems to be almost punted by some form of white mana-based force that throws him through the air. To right there.
Zoom.
Okay.
It does seem to hurt him in the process.
Then I'm happy.
F-Zero booster.
That disappears, consumed in golden light. He will complete his turn by turning about again, and once more he lets he lets his necromantic magic flow over his arms. And with one snap of his fingers, another rattle of bones and smell of sulfur as another armored figure appears from the brush.
Yay.
Okay. And we begin to the top of the round. Jing, you're up.
Okay. Can move 30. These are these blocks 5 feet or 10?
5 feet each.
I can't stand on T-Deck, unfortunately. So I'll just mosey on over here.
Well, Teachers is actually on his Pteranodon in the sky.
Yeah, I'm not actually on the ground.
Oh. And what's the range for magic that's at level 3?
25.
5.
It goes 1 to 3 is 25, 4 to 6 is 50, and then 7 to 9 is 75 feet.
All right. Would Activist or Vitus like to go for a ride?
That's a legitimate question.
Sorry, I pulled my mic. So I was eating chips. Acvis will jump on that one, I guess.
All right. I'm going to teleport her 15 feet forward straight ahead. Which is not as helpful as it sounded in my head.
Oh, it's very helpful. No, just you wait. It's very helpful.
All right. That's me then.
Because that puts me able to get in range of big evil guy.
Awesome.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
And if they don't hurry up, I'm gonna just assume they're all dead and burn down the forest anyway.
Has that been your plan this entire time?
Yes.
Fizzle,
Does that surprise you?
Fizzle. I'm above the forest. Go ahead and burn it.
You guys do not have telepathy.
Can it be assumed that plan B is to assume we're all alive and burn down the forest?
Nope.
I can literally adapt to any environment. I really don't care. Go for it. You burn down the entire forest, I'll just adapt myself to fire and I won't care.
Other people might care.
I won't. Though I will come kill you for burning down the forest.
Oh yeah, you're like a druid, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
Or an elf in Dwarf Fortress. Great, we got a paladin and a druid. No fun can happen.
Necromancy's kind of chill.
Okay. I take it that you did that with Jing's movement skill?
Yeah.
You're gonna have to roll the movement skill.
Oh, am I?
Yes.
Okay.
I will let you.
Please don't
I will
kill
let
me.
you succeed with a twist.
Please don't kill me.
Either
No more lethal.
either Acvis can only be moved ahead 5 feet, or Acvis can move the full amount that you intended to move her, but she takes 3 points of normal damage, non-lethal.
That's okay with her. It's okay with me. But I mean,
I don't think I get a say in this one.
well, you do.
Eh.
Or it could just fail. The option.
I
is
mean,
there.
in character, not really. You did the magic.
Forward you then.
Cool.
What was the DC?
The DC was Acvis's defensive stat.
All 15.
All 15 of it.
Even though she's willing.
Yes.
Permission was asked.
That seems
All is
weird,
well.
but okay.
All is well.
Moving on, I guess.
I am 15 feet further than I was, and only 3 health will be here for it.
Hope I never have to heal anyone who's a.
You can heal the necromancer. Heal the necromancer's pet. He'd like that.
That's very true.
He's kind of clinging to hope.
To bony life.
Well, it's bunny on life. Let's be honest there.
So Marcus, you're up.
Yay. So I am going to go ahead and cast haste on myself. My movement speed will increase by 10. Technically, it's an agility if you want me to roll it, but so that makes me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Hi there, buddy. I do not have an action to attack, but I do have an action to go boo.
True enough. So using haste with agility. I think there was a difficulty to that, to manifest the boon on yourself.
10 plus 2 times the power level.
Yes.
Well then.
Which is what the teleport
2,
also
so
did.
14. Well then,
Oh,
I get 2.
I should have done that on last turn rather than basing it off your armor.
So, I get to roll one of those. I do not get an advantage or a disadvantage. Okay, I fail that. So I go back 10 feet. Yay.
Alright, anything else you want to do on your turn?
Considering that I've burned through just about all the actions I have, I can't really do anything else.
Vitus.
I can't entropy my undead dragon self back into some health, can I? Can I take that as a no?
I'm going to take that as a no.
It was worth a shot. Let's see. 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, but this is just gonna move and call it quits. So you can't do anything from there. So that's Vidus.
Alright, Dedrix.
Okay. 6. I'm going to lightning bolt that.
Okay.
And hope to God it disintegrates him. Fuck.
He has 13 guards, so there is no
Yeah.
damage. I need to roll his initiative too. Oh wow.
Close enough.
Yep, he'll be going after his minion man. Agnes's turn.
All right, Activus is going to launch an entropy attack against the minion with a range skill 50, so or skill 5, so range 50, right?
Skill 5?
Yeah.
Yeah, skill 5 is 50.
So I don't have to move yet.
Oh shit.
There we go.
Which dude you hitting?
The minion.
Minion? Yeah, the minion. Remember how you said that you wanted to just kind of unmake that thing?
Yeah.
You unmake that thing.
Hell yeah.
You may describe how you unmake that thing.
A grasping claw of black mana reaching up from the ground and just slowly picking the bones apart.
Suitably grim. Gothic as fuck.
Suitably grim. Gothic as fuck.
The darkest Jenga.
Exactly. Leaving the animating spell in place until the last moment, so none of them actually crumble and fall. They just are pulled. Anyhow, I'm gonna move forward a few feet.
Dude continues to run forward. He actually looks on his pallid, mostly up to this point in partial phase, mildly concerned.
Respect the Yoshino Inquisition.
So, Jing, you're up.
Okie dokie. Alright, I guess I'll try to send Vetus ahead to catch up with her master. I made a balanced character. I
How
made a
well
mistake.
can this go?
Okay, I need to beat a 16 to do this, so... Hey!
Hey, you only needed to beat a 12 for Vidus. But failing might have killed him, so, you know, who knows?
Let's call it a win either way.
For sure.
Okay, I'm done.
Marcus is up.
Yay, more of the same. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Stop right here, briefly.
Okay. So I move forward 10 feet and something happens.
Yep. You hear that breaking glass twang sound again.
Yay.
3 arrows launch from this direction.
Okay. At least they're most likely going to miss my allies this time.
Give me a moment.
please. Don't hurt me.
This is an age-old rule in effect here. If you don't
Don't-
have a rogue, the trap buster is the one with the most HP.
Which is at the moment not me or the dragon.
Definitely is me. I take 1 point of damage.
Hang on, I need to zoom in on my GM notes here. What was the... I wrote this too small. What was the attack roll on this one? 19.
Yeah, you have to beat a 19. So, yeah, I take 1 point of
you
damage.
take 1 point of damage.
I'm still in double digits. I don't even care.
Acvis and Vitus get 2 arrows shot at them, but it lands about... I'd say about, like, right... And they have a range of 25 feet, so, like, right there.
Well, that's nice.
If I had just teleported Vetus into harm's way, I would have just gone to bed.
To be fair, it doesn't take much, and I can bring him back.
So, I continue the rest of my movement. I am still very angry, and I'm going to attempt to rend this guy from, limb from limb. I still have advantage 1. Submit.
24.
Yay, I actually did something this round.
Yes, you did. You dealt 7 points of damage to this gentleman.
Yay.
You actually feel that he bleeds,
Bleed him more.
but his blood feels weird.
You mean tastes weird?
Oh, did you bite him?
Yeah.
And then his blood tastes
mean,
very weird.
At this point, I might as well be running on all fours. I'm not
It's-
exactly slashing well.
It's black, and it tastes slightly not fresh. Less than fresh.
AKA, it sounds like he's undead. Smells and tastes like he's undead.
Oh, yes.
Figures. Well, that's my round.
Vitus, you're up.
Vitus is going to fly forward 30 feet. Or run forward 30 feet like a misshapen dog. And then entropy breath. Captain Armor Man over here.
Struggling as he is against the wolf that just bit him,
Mm-hmm.
though he does not seem to take any damage. His armor seems to deflect most of the breath weapon.
Fun.
Tedrix, you're up.
So I'm moving 6. And I will do my lightning thing. And hope that I hit. I hit. Not by a lot, but I still hit him.
Yes, you did. Lightning crackles over his armor, and a faint smell of the electrocuted vampire starts to smell. Acvis' turn.
Akvis is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Going to throw an entropy bolt at him from range.
Oh, shit.
Snap.
Well,
get out my calculator. Sorry.
You don't have to apologize to me for that one. I had to do the same thing. Just because they gave me a degree doesn't mean I can count.
18.
I'm starting to think dying hurts.
Nah.
Why would it do that?
Well, no. That entropy bolt just barely, like, rusted and blew off parts of his armor.
Wait, one more time?
So as that entropy bolt hits, you literally watch as it causes parts of his armor to decay and literally fall from him,
Fine.
revealing pallid flesh and blackened veins. Now looking very startled, he continues to run. So Mercs,
Oh, I'd like to use my movement still. Can I do that really
go
fast?
for it, yes.
Okay. Carry on.
So I guess Marcus and Actus, give me perception checks.
I'm not good at this.
Nope. So, Akbis, you notice that what he's been running into. He seems to run to this area deliberately. You notice that in the mud of the trench, he's drawn like a crude magic circle.
Mm-hmm.
Runes for working white magic, of all things. Some form of abjuration effect. He completes the magic circle by basically touching his boot heel to the circle itself, causing it to be consumed, the stored spell to go off, and again, punting him several feet.
Curious.
I feel like he expected to be on the other side of these things. People started chasing him.
And that... Oh, wait, no, hang on. At this point, he uses his other action to work a little bit more necromancy. And summon from the brush 2 more of the guards. The Dread Guards.
Where do you keep finding these things?
You are on a plain full of dinosaurs. And in a trench where things have died. Many, many things have died.
Including the thing that made this trench.
Shh, they don't know that yet.
Can I have heard her ask that for the sake of comedy?
I mean, I definitely asked it for the sake of comedy.
I just want a far off echoing answer to be, they're made from dinosaur bones!
Fair. And you're telling the necromancer this.
Necromancer asked.
All right, so I believe that begins a new round.
Yep.
Jing's up.
How high up is Hedrick flying?
Jimmy. I think
It's above the treetop.
Would he be in range of a teleport?
Jimmy,
Let's-
you get to make the
let's do some
decision on
calculus
this
here.
one.
Sure, why not?
Alright, let's spin the dreidel of fate.
Oh no. He's rolling against my what? My guard?
No, he's rolling against difficulty. How far are you trying to move him?
15 feet ahead, so that's a CR 16.
Okay, then yeah, you succeed. Move him 15 feet ahead.
And that's me. I'm the fox bus.
Choo choo all aboard the fox train.
Utility is important.
It'll be really good once I level up a bit, but
I'll
at 3
fox
it's
your utility.
kind of pitiful.
Marcus
I'm
is
sorry.
Yay. Damn. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Fuck it. I'm gonna jump a heal spell on myself just because or a regeneration spell on myself just because I can. And since I now know there are rules for this, where is my activate boon? So to get it up to there, I need a 16. That's one of those. Yeah, that doesn't work. Oh well. I'm still down by 4 hit points.
An effort was made.
Yep. And that's my round.
Okay, Vitus is up.
2, 3, 4, 5. My cone attack or breathed weapon is like there. Feels bad. That'll be. Can I use a partial? Can I double my move speed with my action and then only use part of it?
If you double move, then you use both actions.
Yeah, but I don't have to use all of my move speed if I double it, right?
No, you don't.
Okay. I'm going to move up to there then and call that quits.
Okay. Tedrix.
Just gonna keep trying to hit him with the lightning. Yay! Hit him again.
Okay.
All you got is lightning. Everything looks like a conductor.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Don't worry, I'm counting the squares.
I was just checking. I was just
The
checking.
GM's desperation move, checking the range.
Just because that's why I asked the question about the double move, because I was like, if he keeps getting further and further ahead, I'm gonna have to do it at some point.
Okay. So. First, these minions charges directly at Marcus.
Yay! The tank is doing his job.
Tank / trap buster.
I have officially named too many things with M names. He raises a... Well, it's kind of obvious that it's a dinosaur claw made to look like a human hand, but it's obviously a dinosaur claw.
Okay.
And brings it down on it towards Marcus.
Okay, that actually hurt.
That will be his turn. The other one is going to charge Vitus.
Oh,
Or Dragon Boy.
it was nice knowing you.
He might miss.
Don't worry, he's hitting you with bones. You're made of bones.
What could go wrong? It's just bones. It's a miracle. He misses.
Okay, he misses.
Barely, but he misses.
That brings us to Agnes.
Agfis is kind of grumpy. Someone is threatening her dragon. But really, she's going to step up and throw another entropy bolt at the guy that's running away. Oh! Never mind.
He backhands it again.
And that'll be her turn.
Alright, so. His turn. Actually, you see him pull from the side of his armor a unique little device. It almost looks like some form of collapsible jar. Like it has a round glass cylinder, ornate metal base and top, and 4 little pistons along the outside of the glass cylinder that look like they're supposed to collapse somehow. But
Oh, motherfucker.
what strikes you most, however, is what's inside the jar. There is a little ball of energetic effervescent light sitting within this jar.
Oh, is that a ghost fire flask? I've got one of those.
And you notice that on top of the lid and along the base are a series of very jagged looking crystals.
Oh.
He turns and fixes you all with a look of just pure bile. House Casimir will come for you all. And then he crushes the bottle. The top depresses into the bottom and crushes that little ball of light, which proceeds to flash through all 5 colors of mana. And though it makes no sound, you can all just kind of empathetically feel pain. As suddenly, with a sound of collapsing air and wind pressure, he just disappears. Fleeing from this battle. When he leaves, his minions collapse into dust. And there's a sense that there is one last Planeswalker on this field.
Marcus is unhappy. He is growling and howling and just causing all kinds of chaos and fuss because his prey has looted him.
Vidus is going to wander over to the werewolf and kind of stick his nose against his fur.
Okay. It's completely ignored.
That's fine. The dragon thinks he's helping. Let the poor dragon think he's helping. A totally not soothing, but probably intended to be soothing clicking sound accompanies the dragon's persuasion too.
Okay.
Slow down. I'm old.
Run faster.
This is quite the pickle we found ourselves in.
What did he say?
House Casimir.
Casimir.
Anyone recognize that name?
Are they back yet?
No.
Matrix is heading back.
I don't suppose a learning check would help with House Casimir question.
No. House Casimir would not, or Learning Check would not. It might, however, help you with something else, though. Particularly, before you guys start heading back, I'd like everyone here to make a perception check.
Yay,
Does
I'm good at
Vidus get
those.
to make a perception check?
A rune. I
No.
want to study the rune.
Vidus cannot make a perception check.
Ironically,
no
his perception is better than Aqua's.
That's the best one of those I've rolled all night.
I do not have perception, so don't wait for me.
You always get a d20 to roll.
Oh, okay. I guess I can waste a little time.
Yeah, it just means you're not very good at it, and you can't, get any bonuses or anything like that. The only exception is extraordinary abilities. So if you don't have an extraordinary, you can't use an extraordinary.
All right, I remember that now.
And Tedrix?
Sorry, I was looking at something right quick.
Okay, Tedrix and Marcus. You can sense right here right where the man had been standing, there is, how to even describe it, a fold in the blind eternities. You're planeswalkers. You probably know by this point that when a planeswalker walks, space is kind of distorted for a little while where they left. About 3 to 6 hours, depending on how far they traveled. And it's possible to chase after them.
Now you tell me.
I don't know what June's doing.
So I'm going to try to heal myself again because, 8 hit points kind of sucks.
So yes, Marcus and Teatrix can sense this thing. Okay. How many dice were you going for?
It completely fails.
Okay.
So I'm going to do it again until I succeed. Because
in the meantime,
there, fine. Now I get to heal myself at 1d6 a round.
Okay. So what's everyone else doing while the werewolf is trying to regenerate?
Teeter's is heading back to the ruins.
Yeah, I mean, no one answered the question about House Casimir, right?
None of us really understood it.
However, Josh, on the way back,
Mm-hmm.
I know it's a long shot, but is there a mention of House Casimir in Vane's?
So you pull out the atlas and you start looking through it?
Yeah. Since I'm riding on the back of a big beast, I have some time.
Okay. No, there is no mention of House Casimir in Vane's book. Apparently, Vane, when it was in his possession, well, no, I should correct that. There is a mention of House Casimir. So far, it has documented the individual that you just encountered and the 5 vampire mercenaries that attacked you before, documenting them as members of House Casimir. It has images of them and their names.
Is it, now the entries in this book are these recent entries?
Oh, highly recent.
Well, because I seem to remember that Vane's book will update as more information presents itself.
Yes, Vane's book updates based off of what you encounter.
Okay, so I don't suppose it's gonna say where they're from.
No, it does not.
Okay. So no matter what, this douchebag was associated with the douchebags that attacked us before and tried to take Ametry.
Yes.
Okay. Good to know.
So now that I'm healing, I would like to investigate that fold and try to understand where it goes. I'm not intending to follow, just understand, the path he took.
All right. That would be a learning roll.
Yay, something else I'm really good at.
Oh, yes, you're the best.
I'm amazing at this.
Nope, you have no no idea where it goes.
An effort was made.
Who do we lose?
Everybody.
Somebody came in.
Oh.
All right, Akvis will pick up the deuce and start walking back down the rift towards the beach.
All right. So, doesn't take long to exit the forest. Fizzle, they're back.
Oh.
Oh,
What?
Can I learn anything about this ruin that I'm circling?
make a learning roll.
Yay!
Maybe
Luckily,
maybe it's the fact that it's a primitive rune circle drawn in mud.
oh, I'm really tempted to blow my Scholar Arcana on that, but I guess I shouldn't.
You can, if you'd like.
I should probably save it for when something more important of learning comes up.
Yeah, well, you see the werewolf standing in one spot, sniffing and being confused.
That can mean anything.
Yeah, but he doesn't talk unless asked most of the time.
Mud. Okay, I'll give up.
As you enter that space, Marcus kind of pushes you to the side and continues sniffing.
Rude.
Like, he's being gentle about it, certainly compared to some of the strikes you've seen him throw, but he just kind of pushes you to the side and keeps trying to smell something.
If you're hungry, lad, we can find you something.
This is
Somewhere.
not about food.
So they in fact did
Smell.
not come back yet?
We got distracted
Oh.
again.
Some of them did.
Oh.
What are you trying to...
Alright, oh. Did you kill the thing and it killed your friends? Because if it's still alive in there, I'm just burning the forest down.
Well, let's handle one thing at a time. So, Marcus and Jing.
Nope.
Smell. There is something weird here.
I actually have the scent ability too, so... I'm gonna smell it.
Let us cut to the chase a little bit. Jing, make me a learning roll.
That's fair.
Okay.
Okay,
You
now I have
recognize,
Scholar Arcana.
you recognize that it is in fact a place where a planeswalker has walked away from the plane. In addition to that, you recognize that this scar is particularly not right. You remember a bit of lore about planeswalkers, that when they suffer a particularly traumatic or near-death experience, their sparks tend to run. They will flee from whatever plane they're at randomly into the blind eternities and to attempt to escape. And this can cause a jump that is entirely random. This seems to be one of those said scars. You have no way, at least with that roll, to identify where it goes. It could go literally anywhere.
If this counts as Arcana, I can use my Scholar ability on it.
You could.
Okay, might as well. Okay, that means I can reroll with 2 advantage.
Okay, go for it.
It's better!
It's still not good enough. There's too much confusion in the mana that little space you're in. No way to tell.
All that melodrama, he didn't even jump on purpose.
So, you see everyone else kind of heading off back towards the shoreline and the ruins of the tomb.
Before I start walking back, out of curiosity, has it been more than 12 seconds?
For this conversation?
I'm just confirming because, every 6 seconds I get a d6 back. So at this point, I'm assuming I'm back at full health.
Sure, yeah. Besides, the battle ended anyway. You go back to full health at the end of the battle.
No, you don't, because you lose, your lethal hit points.
That's true as well. So, at this point, yes, I believe that Tedrix, Vitus, and Actus are kind of down the way a little bit.
He's gone, lad. We're not going to find him like this.
Agreed. And I suppose I'll go heading back to the rest of the crew. The lazy ones.
The lazy ones.
Yeah, the lazy ones.
So, yes, let's rejoin Fizzle. They emerge from the woods.
All of them together?
They're all together.
Yeah. I see you're alive.
Mostly. What's left of me?
For now.
It's a little bit sore.
I didn't. Never mind. So did you kill it? Was it a vampire?
It was a vampire, and it walked away before we kill it.
If you'll allow an old man to pontificate, I believe he used that device to place himself in a near-death experience so that he would jump away.
Oh, I'd give him a real near-death experience.
Somewhat less controlled than the jar, I believe.
What? I stopped listening.
Very well, very well.
Anyway, I suppose that means you don't need me to burn down the forest anymore.
When you say that, Marcus just twitches.
Can we perhaps move that a little further down the line than Plan B?
What?
Was that an incredulous in character what, or you actually didn't hear me what?
No, that was an in character what?
Uh, Never mind. I'm tired.
I mean, you said he was gone, so there's no point now. Unless you were lying to me. Should I just burn down the forest? She stares directly at the one who twitched.
Yeah, he is not doing very well.
No one's gonna answer? Do I have to make this
No
decision
need-
on my own?
There's no need, nor was there ever a burn down the forest. Three of you need to calm down.
To be fair, Marcus hasn't said anything yet.
You're all boring. I'm bored now.
I think you would have more fun if you'd used your glitter on him while he was running away.
Probably. But I don't know. I figured it was either vampires or that whole Ametrine hunting thing, and I don't know what she was even talking about. I was only half listening anyway. It didn't seem like any of my business.
Oh, you weren't there. Does the name House... What was it again?
Casimir.
Casimir. Does the name House Casimir mean anything to you?
Does that mean anything to me? Josh?
It does. The vampire you killed back in Vryn, the
Okay.
pompous, arrogant one that wanted to recruit you and Malgarian to be hunting partners, his last name was Casimir.
Oh.
Let me guess, you set one on fire.
No, but that would have been fun too.
Care to elaborate?
I just threatened him so hard he crapped his pants and ran away.
Well, obviously he found his spine again.
Fizzle, you are well aware that Malgarian killed that man.
Oh no, Malgarian took care of that later. He did not find his spine. I'm sure Malgarian removed it quite handily.
Well, then apparently they have a vendetta against you and Malgarian. And now us.
Well, yeah, two options.
Please don't say burn down the forest.
I was not going to, but if you want, I guess we
No,
can.
no. Please continue.
Anyway, you've got two options. You can stay and fight vampires, or whatever. Or you can just go and not bother. But did you think I was gonna say something really profound? Like this, really, literally, two options. You can hang
Fizzle.
around and deal with this, or you can go, whatever.
Fizzle. I think we have adventured. I think we've adventured enough for me to know you do not say profound things.
Yeah, they're not fun. It's usually very boring. I say fun things.
He said some profoundly worrying things. Well, I'm going to leave that to you and lie down. Oh,
I just watch out for giant ants.
whether or not he heard that is uncertain because he's already hit the ground.
Anyway. Okay. Well. You're all grown, so you can do what you want. Like, if you don't want to deal with this, then that's fine. That is your business. I'd say, I just take it or leave it, but if they're coming after me, then I guess I can't really leave it. But that's fine. It'll be fun, probably. Maybe the next vampire I will also threaten so hard he craps his pants. That'll be hilarious.
Well, since there doesn't seem to be anything else going on, Marcus is going to proceed to make camp.
Okay.
Cedrix is going to separate himself from everybody else and just set up camp on his own.
Well, do as you will.
Okay, well, these people are boring. I'm gonna go see if I can find my way to Arikari's people, and I'm gonna go hang out there. They're fun.
She was like a
Oh,
day
wait.
away by flight.
Wait a second. You're gonna go back to the camp and do stuff? And by stuff I mean the priestess?
Yes, I'll be flying for a day. See y'all later.
Actually, Cedrix will go with you. They'll go revisit that person.
Party time.
Oh my. I'm not sure what to do in that situation.
whatever a GM does when the party splits, cry.
Well, I mean, are you really all that surprised, Josh? You got a human that's fairly racist towards everybody, and a fairy who, goddamn, is just so
Hates everybody
callous
equally.
and flippant. But, we are not party leaders.
I prefer the term fun.
Yeah. It does kind of leave those of us who are trying to be, practical about surviving out there on the road.
I think this might end up being T Drex's last session.
He's gonna join the natives.
Oh, goody! I'm gonna have to do 2 character introductions next session.
Yeah. Could be worse.
Does that even leave anyone from the original party left?
Fizzle.
Fizzle.
I do not know. Have you been trying to talk this whole time? Well, that probably would explain the
Oh.
silence.
Yeah, I was wondering why she was so quiet.
Well, that
Hey.
explains a whole lot,
Okay.
or doesn't.
I could totally hear you the whole time. I was just ignoring you. No.
See, I wouldn't have put it
kidding.
past you.
Alright.
Anyhow,
So,
Josh, you glorious bastard.
yes.
Yes.
Should we rewind a little bit so that you have a chance to actually talk and impact things?
Briefly, I don't know that it's going to prevent anyone from flying away, but so Akvis would have moved over to help Marcus set up camp and asked, you said that this walking point was forced, yes? Random?
I don't really know that much about it. It was strange.
But it was the source of a walk, yes.
I think so.
And did you sense a spark in the vampire before he walked?
Marcus, the answer to that one is no.
I was just kind of thinking that.
No. No, I don't think I did.
So that then begs the question, how is a non-planeswalker walking? She looks far too smug to not have an answer about this one, or at least a theory.
Yeah, Marcus just lets it drop. He doesn't honestly have an answer. This does not pertain to, the wildlife or protecting people or fixing problems. So, yeah.
So Akvis will turn to the rest of the group and tick off on clawed fingers. First, he gave no signs of being a walker before he actually completed a walk. Second, what catalyzed the walk? Some unknown artifact. So that then begs the question, if he was not a walker up until he actually walked, then what is this artifact that he is using to either approximate planeswalking? Was he holding a spark captive? Or was it perhaps a catalyst to kindle his own spark? And if so, are any of those options really something we are content with allowing to exist?
Marcus at this point just shrugs.
Jing continues to be unconscious.
Akvis shrugged. She clearly wasn't really expecting an answer, but was hopeful.
I'm also going to state that probably happened before Fizzle and Teedrix took off, and they heard it.
I mean, it doesn't really change Fizzle's plan.
I figured it wouldn't, but it's information that's somewhat important. So it's important for her to have heard.
You can lead a horse to a plot point, but you can't make him drink.
Yeah, I mean, Fizzle doesn't go places. Fizzle just kind of happens.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were there for that conversation about him not being a planeswalker.
Until he was. Yes, I think that's what Josh was saying. That is when I was trying to speak.
Basically, that yes, he didn't give off any form of a signature of a spark or any sign that he was a planeswalker until he pulled out and used that jar.
Well, and there are answers that we need that we're not going to get here.
That seems reasonable.
At that point, Teedrus takes off.
Which direction is he going?
Party, party.
Oh, I think you know which direction he's going.
Up. Was there
The
anything left of the
opposite one
device?
of Fizzle.
Yes, the opposite way of Fizzle.
Heading back towards that trench?
Yep.
Okay.
Was there anything left of the device, or was it pretty much obliterated when it was used?
Oh, it wasn't obliterated. It went with him.
Oh, that's weird.
So yeah,
Yep.
there wasn't a scrap of it remaining.
So it didn't blow up, it just went off.
Yeah.
Would Akvis be able to see that Teedrix is headed back towards the trench?
Oh, yes.
Okay, she's going to head that direction on foot. With Vidus in tow. She'll pause at the edge of the tree line and turn back to Marcus, raise a brow, and
Yeah, at this point, Marcus is packing everything back up.
she'll glance pointedly at the kitsune.
After Marcus is done packing everything up, he kicks the kitsune and then just keeps walking.
Oh. Oh.
I'll just get up then.
Can you make that sound again?
I don't think I could.
Okay.
Yeah, credit where it's due. That was entirely appropriate.
Yep.
So Jing will kind of hold aside and follow.
Yeah. So I guess eventually we're gonna be making our way back to wherever the hell else they're going.
Okay.
Because it doesn't seem like they're gonna be, nice to those of us with nearly lethal damage.
I mean, to be fair, Akvis is in the same boat.
Daedric says lethal damage.
Everyone's
Oh,
beaten
no.
up.
Yeah, everybody's beaten up, but nobody's gonna take the time to actually, heal. They're just gonna start walking.
He'll be fine.
We're on a time limit.
Are we though? Are we?
Full
Yeah,
can-
we are.
yeah, actually. So Akvis will walk until she gets to the Bolton space where Marcus was sniffing earlier.
Yeah.
Want what, a learning roll or a logic roll? Or a perception roll?
Actually, would TJ get there first? He was on his
Uh,
rep on the
yeah.
pterodactyl.
Teatrix will get there first. It's a learning roll.
Okay, go for it, Teatrix. Whatever you're gonna do.
Well, if it's something that we can use to follow a planeswalker, I'm following.
That you just say you do, pretty much.
Yep, that's all I'm doing.
You don't even check the portal? Okay. Yeah, you do what's called a planes chase. You basically grasp that little fold of space and use your spark to follow the trail left behind by that planeswalker.
Okay.
You all basically arrive watching Teatrix just kind of the same way the vampire did. Sucked into a kind of just like a fold in space and gone. Same air compacting sound as well.
Suppose we know how we're spending our evening. And Akvis walks up to the bolt and will actually roll a learning. Oh!
Nope, no idea where it goes.
No. Okay.
You realize that may well lead to the elemental plane of broken glass, right?
As good as
Note
an
to
adventure as
self.
any.
Note to self, roll up an elemental plane of broken glass. It now exists.
No! No!
I'll help.
So, you're also heading out?
It was about to be a question.
Okay.
So, do we follow?
Marcus is just silent on this one. He doesn't really have an answer. Because he kind of pointedly looks at, the badly damaged dragon.
Caduce will be fine. Caduce clatters his teeth, unconvinced.
Then I guess we go.
And Akvis looks towards Xing.
Well, it's either that or wait for the vampires to find me.
And then in that case, Akvis will drape Caduce around her shoulders and walk.
And Marcus will follow.
All right. You've all experienced walking the blind eternities before. The light of your spark pushing back the ether, preventing it from damaging you in any significant way. You see planes flash before your eyes as suddenly you come across a small little world covered in sand. You hurtle towards this world and appear about 20 feet above a sand dune and are immediately launched into it. Teedrix is already sitting on top of the dune with a Teedrix-sized hole in it, about where you're about to land.
Can I use energy to try and cushion my fall?
The sand's soft enough.
Ah, okay, who cares then?
I'm not going to
Do a
damage
few
you.
flips.
Marcus yelps when he lands on his damaged ankle.
I thought they were generated.
Lethal.
Oh, I have been regenerating, but you did lethal damage.
Oh, that's true.
Mhm.
So, I think at this
The
point,
Planeswalker drinking game.
with our party currently covered in sand
And spread across 2 worlds.
and spread across 2 worlds,
One family.
okay, that actually made me chuckle. I'm going to call it here and bring us to a close and just simply say, welcome to Alcaba. And we out, folks.
Yay!
I'm gonna play some music and we'll call it a session.
But what if I want to call it a game instead?
Well, you can always have your character wander off. A lot of people seem to be doing that.
No. I don't want to call it a session. I want to call it a game.
All right, playing the music. Say goodnight, everyone.
Good night.
Good
Night,
night.
everyone.
Take
Good
care.
night.
Have a good one.